Hundreds of people lined up for Condo Day. Earlier this year, there was a flash sale offering 25% off pre-sale units in Surrey. Today, that very project is in insolvency. Construction stopped. Buyers who thought they were getting a deal are now stuck in one of the biggest pre-sale crises BC has seen in years. But it's happening all the time now. If you're even thinking about buying a pre-sale in BC right now, you need to hear what's happening behind the scenes because the risks today are even higher than they've ever been. Before we dive in, if you want updates like this, things before they hit the news, or you just want a little more of a breakdown, guys, make sure you go down, hit the subscribe button, hang out with me. I'm here weekly bringing you guys videos. Make sure you share the videos as well. This all helps out the channel, allows me to keep bringing content. So let's break it all down. What actually happened? The flash sale that turned into a crisis. So back in May, Square 9 Developments launched what the media called Condo Day. It was a one-day flash sale offering 25% discounts. A 30-story project in Surrey. This was a massive marketing spectacle. Huge lineups, tons of buzz, units moving fast, kind of like 2021. But what the public didn't know is that this sale wasn't about helping buyers. It was about plugging financial holes. So, according to court filings, Square 9 had already pre-sold all of their units, 275, but a handful of buyers didn't end up closing. The developer was under pressure, and lenders, especially nowadays, they were losing patience. Let's fast forward a few months. So Cameron Stevens Mortgage Capital, the first ranking lender, filed receivership application. So Square 9 then filed for creditor protection under the CCAA to stop the collapse. They owed $18.5 million to their lender. Construction immediately stopped. Buyers who thought they were months away from completion are now left waiting with absolutely no timeline. And this is just one project. Square 9 fell into foreclosures on other projects. They had one in Burnaby called 1-8. It was a 29-story tower near Edmund Station. So you look at all of these things that are happening. This is just one developer, but it's happening more and more. And a lot of developers are just stopping projects altogether. And some of them just can't afford to carry on, and then they'll turn them into rental only buildings because of all the government incentives as well. So this was an example though of the media hype to say we're still selling, get it at a discount, 25% out, one day only. It was brilliant marketing, but that's what you have to be aware of here in the pre-sale landscape. You never hear about it, and here's the truth. No one in the marketing brochures wants to tell buyers. The pre-sale risk in BC is higher today than it has been in over a decade. Why? Well, let's break it down quick. You have high inventory and slow absorption. Developers rely on pre-sales to unlock construction loans. But today, with high record of inventory and slower buyer demand, fewer projects are hitting the pre-sale targets that these lenders require. Second, you have higher interest rates. Developers' costs were exploding. Back in 21-22, money was cheap and developers were going in hard. Now a lot of them carry 6% rates. Every delay costs developers thousands. This is why we're suddenly seeing big names fall into insolvency. They simply just can't carry the debt. And third, construction costs are still elevated. Trades, labor, and materials, they haven't come back down. Budgets are overrun and they just simply destroy margins. And lenders today are more aggressive than ever. You're seeing it clearly in these court filings. Lenders aren't giving extensions anymore. They're demanding repayment and forcing sales. The buyer is the one who is getting hurt, guys. It's not the marketer, not the developer, and it's not the lender. You, the buyer, are the one with your deposit tied up and no ability to control anything, and a completion date that honestly may be pushed years. There's a risk of the project being canceled altogether, risk of assignment rules changing, and a big risk of financing conditions changing. This is a side of pre-sales no one talks about on the glossy Instagram vids, right? But look, it's real, it's happening. Square 9 is not the only developer in financial trouble right now, but it's just with the media spectacle, it really caught my attention. Why I'm more cautious than ever before when advising my buyers. Like, look, I'm not anti pre-sale. Pre-sales can be an amazing strategy when the developer is strong and when the project is priced right. But I also feel like it's got to be the right climate and the right timing, and today is not. I've done a couple of pre-sales myself in the past and I've done okay on them, but it just it is all timing and it all has to make sense, right? We had lower inventory. Now we have inventory through the roof on resales. So right now, I would not advise any of my buyers to get into a pre-sale, right? Look, prices have softened, negotiation power is back for buyers. And in many cases, buying a condo this year and next year is cheaper than locking into a pre-sale with uncertain completion. Plus, you actually get a home right now, not just a promise. And that's why again I tell my clients, let's avoid pre-sales altogether. Maybe in the future, sure. Right now, no. But if you are stuck on it, look at their lender relationships, the number of previous projects they have delivered, right? Look at the risk level of their acquisition and construction financing, the actual cost to complete versus pre-sale revenue model. Don't just look at the brochures and the show homes and all the incentives and hey, you're invited to the VIP release night. When developers begin offering 25% discounts just to close cash flow gaps, that's obviously a major red flag. And now we know exactly why. So what should you do right now if you're a buyer? Like I said, if you're stuck on this, I don't recommend it right now, but do a developer background check. If they've never delivered, say, a tower before, major risk, walk away. Look at resale comparables. If resale's cheaper, stronger, and move-in ready right now, it's usually the better play. And again, third, ask who the construction lender is. Is it a big bank or a private high interest lender? And ask how many units are actually pre-sold. You don't want to be the first couple. Developers rarely are going to disclose unless it's pushed. And again, have an exit plan if the project's delayed 1 or 2 years, which is happening all the time. Very common. And most importantly, get an unbiased advice. Do not ask what the sales staff working for the developer think. They're literally paid to sell you the project. Work with someone who understands the risk, right? Always go in with a realtor. A lot of people think they don't need to. They can walk in and deal with the salespeople, and you can, but you want that unbiased opinion, someone that has your back. So if you're thinking of buying a pre-sale, resale, I can break it down. If you want to sort of compare what's out there in the market right now in the resale because you're thinking pre-sale, reach out to me. All my info's in the description. We can get a strategy call going. We can just break it down and see where you're at in your search. And guys, again, if you made it this far in the video, guys, appreciate it. Make sure you go down and subscribe to the video, share the video. And if you know anyone else that is thinking pre-sale, resale in that condo market, let them know, you can send them this video as well. And I'd be happy to get on a call with them as well. So appreciate you guys making it this far in the video. And we'll see you guys on the next video.